gonna explain everything with maths and all that.
Okay, so you'll talk about maths after the race starts. After the
I'm gonna
qualifying.
talk about maths whilst we're loading into qualifying, and then explain that we have a minute silence, and then we'll just go on as usual.
Okay.
Videos and Charlies and Tom.
Are you sending the YouTube link or should I do it?
It's done automatically.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. We have a full grid. Let me check if we already have people watching us. We are a little bit behind schedule, but that should be good enough. Okay. We are good to ready up, everybody. And with that little bit of chaos, hello and welcome to FRL F3 Season 5 Round 19 in USA at the Circle of the Americas. I'm joined today in the commentary box by a new commentator for us, Mr. David. Hello.
Hello to everyone. I'm very happy to be commentating for FRL for the first time. Big thanks to Bialo, who is the driver which invited me to commentate, a very big and great friend of mine who I appreciate a lot. So big thanks to you, Bialo, and well, very happy to commentate today for Division 3.
Yeah, this is surely going to be a great race. However, today's race have been overshadowed by extremely sad news for the entire league. Today, around 14 o'clock British time, we found out that our dear friend NSX Matt has died on December 6th due to a heart attack. He died at the age of 26. We feel incredibly devastated by this message. All our condolences are going out to his family, of course, and to honor Matt, who's been in this league for years. The drivers have agreed to give him 1 minute of silence at the start of qualifying. So once we float it in, we will be quiet for 1 minute to show our respects to such a great man who will be dearly, dearly missed. Okay, that's our minute of silence done. Thank you to every single one of the drivers for actually respecting that 1 minute. This really does mean a lot to us. Excuse me. Moving on then. Who's the first one out on track? We have a Ferrari exiting the pits, followed by an Alpha Tauri. I think that's Scar ahead of Ruben, is it? No, Tom. Let's see, both are out on the softs, however it does look a little bit cloudy. There could be some rain later on in the session, David.
Yeah, well, could be rain, but we never know. I mean, dark, of course it's dark, but we can't tell about the rain yet. We've seen the drivers already coming out of the pit lane. Have the AlphaTauri of Thumb coming, the leading driver right now of all the pack. Then comes NSX car. Then we have the other Ferrari of JB. Then we have the Red Bull of Brookie. And well, many other drivers already coming out of the pit lane. As you know, I'm new to the league, but I do have some information about the top guys. I know currently Arno and Bialo are the ones fighting for the championship. Bialo is on first place. Right now Arno is on second place, but Bialo has to serve a quali ban penalty today. So this may be an advantage for Arno. We don't know if it's going to be a long race. Bialo will have time to recover during 28 laps of the USA Grand Prix.
Yeah, so, it is of course a very long race. It's going to be very interesting to see if Budo can fight back from the back of the grid. However, as you said, he is a very fast guy. You know him, of course, as a good friend, so you know how fast he is. I'm sure he will give us a great show. However, let's go on board with Tom, and if you want, David, take us on a lap around the Circuit of the Americas on board with the AlphaTauri.
And we are going on board with Tom now into turn 1. Is gonna very good exit out of the corner. Now gonna go through the SS, which he'll have to do neatly and fastly, not to invalidate, but he doesn't do, and he invalidates, cuts completely the corner, so that's the lap over for him. We're gonna follow now NSX car, who was the next driver after Tom, coming again into the SS. 6th gear for him, down into 5th gear into the next corner. Very clean lap by Scar, gets a very good exit out of the corner, not the best possibly, got a bit slow. There's gonna be a bit of traffic, gonna brake far than the 100-meter board, very late braking there by Scar. May catch a bit of slipstream from the guys in front. I hope they move, for sure they will, but still not enough close. This is giving a lot of slipstream to Scar. I wonder if Bible realized about that. Giving slipstream to his rival, gonna brake the latest possible, trying to go over the curve, tapping nicely the corner. Neil Sanos DNF'd already, kinda weird, crashed out of turn 1. We keep following Scar into sector 3, the slowest, possibly the slowest sector in all the track. This corner very similar to the Turkey turn 8. Now try to not go off the track. 6th gear down into 2nd gear. Gonna go all over the curve and into the finish line he goes, and it's 132.9. I think that time can be improved. JB goes a 132.9, but only some thousandths of a second faster than his teammate Scar. Brookie does a slower lap, a 133.2. As I was saying, I think the times can be improved. Possibly we can see low 32s, or who knows, maybe even in the 31s. Sadio Mano into P2, and Arno goes there. Wow, what a lap. What a lap by Arno.
Can give us that time that early on. I think we might even get into the 31s, maybe the high to mid 31s, ideally.
Definitely he can. I mean, it's his first shot. He still have 2 more if he wants at least 1 more shot. So I think he's gonna be able to get into the 31s, maybe into the half 31s. We all know this is the now chasing Bialo for the lead of the championship. He has to try and capitalize from Bialo's quali ban penalty. So starts very well. Edzak now, as I've been noticed, another of the fast guys from the league, has gone into 2nd place with a 32.3. Still 3 tenths behind Arno. So Arno has a very comfortable lead at the moment, not being challenged for that pole position. At least by now, we still have more than half the grid not set a time. We have 2 DNFs already, which is quite interesting. We know that Bialo will DNF at some point because of the quali ban.
I'm not sure if anybody else has any quali bans. I think it was just Bialo for this race. I am gonna double check though. Bialo, Ruben, and Michael van Dongen all have qualifying bans. So Michael van Dongen obviously already retired. Lisano, I think he, as you said, just spun out of the pits on cold tires, so very unfortunate for him. Ruben also with a quali ban, so he's probably going to retire sooner or later. Of course, Vaya still allowed to make one installation lap to make sure they get the setup. But it seems like the first set of hot laps has already been set. Got a couple guys on their out laps, but yeah, looking at it right now, Arno with a very comfortable lead ahead of Adsax, TVA Football in P5 on the mediums. Very interesting tire choice there, so clearly he has some more pace in his car, probably good enough to go into the top 3. Apart from that, fairly spread out for now, the top 11. The other 9 cars yet to set a lap time. Cassidy starting his lap right now. We got Ballboy, I think, on another lap as well. Oh no, he's backing off.
Well, I'm going on board now with Cassidy, who is on one of the guys that hasn't set a lap yet. He's currently on a flying lap. Again, well, Invalidates very early, just in Sector 1. So, well, lap over for him. So I think Balbo, he's not on a lap as well. He's coming into the pit lane. Matey Boy is possibly in an in lap. Then I'm gonna go on board with FRL Charlie, who is also one of the guys not set a quali lap yet. He's down the hill of Sector 1 coming into the SS. I'm on board with him. There is trying, not going so fast through the SS, but keeping it consistently to not cut any corners. He's done a 24.9 in Sector 1. Down into 4th gear out of the corner. He's gonna invalidate. Yeah. So unfortunately, we know that USA is not an easy track to keep it 4 wheels on track. It's a very easy track to corner cut. It's a very aggressive track. Not many gravel nor grass inside the track, so it's quite easy to invalidate.
Yeah. It's just a very challenging track in general, I believe, especially setup-wise, because we have so different characteristics all over the track. You have the very fast S section in the first sector, then the long straight in the second sector where you don't want to have too much downforce, and then the very slow and technical third sector. So it's very important how you set up your aerodynamics and your suspension in this, and obviously some drivers are going to struggle with that at various parts of the track. Charlie obviously gonna go for another lap. Cassidy went back into the pits.
And I'm on board with Michael now, who has just had the same problem, validates in the SS. So we see a lot of drivers struggling with track limits on this qualifying. As we can see, we only have a yellow flag covering the timer now. 8 minutes remaining, and we still have around less than half the grid, but almost half the grid with no time in this session. So there you can see how much drivers are struggling to keep it on track.
Yeah, they are struggling, but they will get a lap in surely. Just depends on how much they're pushing it to the limit on that first lap.
So Biano is coming out of the pit lane, but I think he has a quali ban, but is he allowed to do an out lap and then retire?
Yeah, he is allowed to do an out lap to make sure that the setup is on the car. Then he would have to come back into the pits and then stay in the pits, obviously, to make sure that he doesn't hinder any other cars. So what he's doing right now is totally within the regulations, as long as he doesn't set a lap time.
Well, Arno, I think, is on a new flying lap. He wants to improve even more that 132. As we were saying before, he can get into those 131. Of course he can, maybe even into the 131.5 or something around that. A 131 low would be very surprising. He's now improving 1/10 in Sector 2, not going... Oh, and TV Football set the fastest lap now.
Ooh, there we go.
Is he a new guy in the league? I don't remember seeing him in the last streams. Or has he...
He has been in the league for quite a while. He was in F4 at the start of the season, but then got moved up to F3. We know that he is a very fast guy, especially in qualifying. In the race, he has sometimes lacked consistency or just had bad luck. But yeah, he's usually one of the faster guys. I'd say pretty close to Arno and Budo, but as I said that, Arno just puts in a 31.5, besting TVA Football by 2 times, so he still has plenty of time up his sleeve. But TVA Football is usually one of the faster guys in qualifying, but in the race he sometimes just drops off.
So, from the leaders, Edsak is the only one who hasn't been able to do a new lap. I think he just invalidated. I'm not counting Scar there because he does not seem to be really in contention for pole position. I may be wrong, we're gonna follow him still. Currently holds that 4th place. And well, it's not on a flying lap yet, he's still on a warm-up lap. Sadio Meno has already invalidated. We see how much drivers are struggling with the limits. Here once again, his teammate JB from NX Car is not on a flying lap, I believe. He has so low ERS, I don't believe he is in one. And this is so crazy. We have around 6 people who haven't set a lap yet. No, 5 people, because I'm not counting Bialon or Ruben. With only 5 more minutes remaining. I'm on board once again with FRL Charlie, one of the missing guys to set a time. Into the S as he comes. He needs to make sure not to invalidate it this time. This is one of the most difficult parts of the track, to keep it nice and clean. Into Sector 1 at 24.8 on the soft compound of tires. We have a yellow flag on Sector 3, but it's only because drivers are going slow. No accident has happened. How late is he gonna brake into... Almost into the 50-meter board. So late on the brakes goes Charlie. Into the long straight, one of the longest straights in the actual F1 calendar. This one of the USA, going all the way almost off the track, just holding his left tires on the inside of the track, taking all over the curve, braking almost in the 50-meter board, trying to cut the corner there without invalidating. He does a 1 minute 1.6 in Sector 2. Gonna try to go by the outside, get a very good exit out of the corner, going into this very fast corner, like similar to turn 8 of Turkey. Try to take it all the way by the inside, now going to the outside, again to the inside, trying not to go so wide to not invalidate. How low is he gonna go in the gears? Only 3rd gear to exit the corner. He's gonna set provisional pole position. What a lap by FRL Charlie. I definitely wasn't expecting that, but I think he gave 120%, I will say, in that lap. So fast. He absolutely gave it everything in that lap.
Yeah, that was very impressive from Charlie. He had some ups and downs this season, but that's surely one of the best laps he had in qualifying so far. If he can stay there in P1, which he might be able, but I think the guys like Edsax and Michael and Arno will definitely improve their time, as Edsax is on the lap right now. But yeah, that's a stunning performance from Charlie so far. Edsax though is almost a 10th faster than his own time through the first sector.
I still think he will have one more chance to defend that provisional pole position. He has 3 more minutes to go. I think he has enough time to go into the pit lane and change tires. I may be wrong, but I think there may be a chance for him to do another lap.
It's going to be very tight though.
You don't think there will be enough time?
I mean, it takes about 1 minute to enter the pits, change tires and get out of the pits again. It takes 1 minute 30 to get around the lap, so you would have to come into the pits within the next 15 seconds. Ooh, it's gonna be close for him, I think.
It's gonna be close. At least it's gonna be close. I don't discard it yet, but it will be difficult, but maybe not impossible. But by the other side, Arno and Football, Edsak as well. Edsak is finishing a flying lap, but he meets a bit of traffic. I don't think that really complicated his lap. He is 1:30. I think he improved his time. Yeah, he improved his time, but didn't win any places. TV Football is starting his final flying lap. We are gonna follow him. He needs 4 tenths to get pole position. Trying to break the latest into turn 1 is not going over the curb there. Just trying to keep it clean. Let's see how fast he's gonna go into the S's. He's gonna keep that 7th gear. Yes, he will down into 6th gear. No, he invalidates. Oh no, he's invalidated. He's made a very bad mistake there. And that's the end of qualifying for him, unless... How much time is left? We have, again, the yellow flag is covering my timer.
I think we got like 1 minute left or something like that. Maybe 1 minute 30. Don't be close for him if you can make another lap. I think Charlie is coming out of the pits right now, so he's definitely trying to make it one more time around. If the yellow flags go away, we got 1 minute and 20 seconds left.
Yeah, he's not having time.
Cassidy in P5.
Good lap by Cassidy there, giving very consistent into P5. What I was saying, I don't think Charlie will have the time, unless he has the luck that there's some timing glitch, but I don't think that's the case. He has 1 minute remaining, and we know the track around, the time around here is 1 minute 31 as we see the quality time, so he'll need 30 more seconds, which is impossible. So unless there's by some reason a timing glitch, there's no chance for him to get into the line. Then we go on board with Football, who, well, he invalidates. He's coming into the pit lane. He's not gonna try any other lap. Possibly didn't have fuel. Edsack's also retired.
Arno is on a lap. I think he improved slightly for the first sector. He's coming towards the end of the second sector now.
Coming into sector 2, one of the very late breaking points of the track. He's improving 2 tenths. He's gonna be close with Charlie. 2 tenths behind Charlie. Is gonna be a very close battle for pole position here. Charlie has a 131.3. Arno has a 131.5. I think Arno is gonna get that pole position if he takes this final sector nice and cleanly. Only into 6th gear, down into 3rd gear for the next corner. What place is he gonna take? His pole position for Arno.
71,000. Very good lap from him. Who is on a lap? I think Jesse just went to P5 there. Ahead of Sadio Mano. Got JB. Is JB pushing? I'm not sure. I think JB is pushing.
He is pushing. He is on a flying lap, I believe.
No, he isn't. Just backed off. Rekla, he's invalidated. So we still have 3 guys. Oh no, sorry.
No.
2 guys with a qualifying ban. Jacko was not able to set a lap time, so very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, actually qualifying is over already. Arno's taken pole position. Great lap there by Charlie. I have to give credit to Charlie. I think he did a so good job. He gave 20% like I said in that lap. Only missing by 71 thousandths pole position. But well, we know by history that in real life and in league racing as well, this track many times the guy on 2nd place has got the better start. We remember from this year USA Grand Prix that Hamilton got past Verstappen on turn 1. We also remember the 2017 and 2018 USA Grand Prix when Vettel got past and Kimi got past, starting the 2 of them from 2nd place. So Charlie will have a very good chance, according to history of this track, history about starts in this track. He may have a very good chance into turn 1 to get past Arno, but pace will be there anyway for the race. I think candidates for this one would be Arno, Charlie, Football, and I think Edsack can also try to challenge. Starting from Jesse, I think it will be a bit difficult as he's 1 second behind. So I think we can have a battle for the win between these 4 drivers. And well, who knows what Bialo can do. We know he's a very fast driver. I know I may talk with a bit of maybe favoritism because he's a friend of mine, but well, I have to say that he's very fast. So I think he can do a very good fight back, starting from the back. What do you think about the race? Your predictions?
I mean, as I said, the top 4 seem to be a bit in a league of their own, especially the top 2, Arno and Charlie, almost half a second ahead of the rest of the field. So I think if everything is going normal, it will be between them 2. Then again, we don't know what the weather is going to be like. We don't know if we'll have any safety cars or anything like that. So anything can happen. As you said, Charlie probably with the better position into turn 1, because the corner does open up towards the inside, meaning that he can easily dive it down the inside of Arno leading into turn 1. So I think it's going to be a great fight between them two, and then probably Football and Adzax, the favorites to be fighting for the third spot on the podium. However, don't count out Bruno starting from the back. I'm sure he will give us some great entertainment trying to fight back through the field up to the front.
What I can say from Bialo, and I know him very well, he's a very good race starter. I raced with him in other league, and when he starts, when he starts from a bit behind, he's able to win around 5 places just in the start of the race. He knows how to start very well a race. So I think he'll make up some places in the start, and that will be good for the entertainment of the race, because we know he has the pace. Just has to serve that qualifying ban, but it would be very interesting. Also, having full grid will make it even better. I think it's gonna be a great race to watch. Also, I'm gonna start talking a bit about the strategies on this track, and I would say the possible strategies are soft, medium, 1 stop, soft, medium, soft, 2 stops. To be honest, I think that's the only possible strategy here. I don't really think the hards work here. Unless there's a very early safety car and you want to try go to the end, but if not, soft medium should work, in my opinion at least. Obviously people have different setups, so some may have bigger degradation than others.
Yep. All about managing your tires around this track, especially with that first sector that is very demanding on the tires, as Tom already got disqualified.
Wait, I have a problem for some reason. I don't have any options on my screen.
Oh.
Okay, it's okay now. It's okay now. I don't know what happened,
perfect.
but nothing. It's like I couldn't change anything on my screen. I can now. What I always do.
This game is just strange.
Well, the game is very weird. We all know that. It's very glitchy. So, yeah. It's very annoying many times, but thankfully it was just not a big problem, so it's already fixed. So what I always do is go quickly and check the strategies from the people out of the top 10, and surprisingly almost everyone wants to start on the soft tires. Only 3 people, Ballboy, Matey Boy and Jacko, are starting on the mediums.
That is very surprising. I mean, I expected Barber to take the mediums because he's usually a bit more conservative with his tires, always taking a different strategy. Same with Matey Boy. Jacko, he has good pace, so maybe he's just hoping that he'll be able to overcut a lot of guys ahead of him and get into the points. But yeah, it's interesting. A lot of guys seemingly thinking that the softs won't wear out that quickly. I'm not sure about that, because as far as I remember, this track is very demanding on the soft compound of tires. So we'll either see a lot of managing in the early laps, or a lot of early pit stops, maybe even a 2-stop, if they can't make the soft medium work. So it's gonna be interesting strategy-wise, as you've already mentioned. I guess we just have to wait and find out what people are gonna go for.
Yeah, as I was saying, I think the recommended would be soft medium if you can manage those tires to the end. 2 stops is also possible, but you need to have the pace to try and go for it. But it's more safe strategy, because soft medium could be a bit risky too. Possibly try and...
What about soft hard?
I don't know, it will be slow, I think. I don't think that it will be a winning strategy. It would be a conservative one, but...
Yeah, a lot of drivers want to avoid the hard tires, because in this game the hards are very difficult to bring up to pace without wearing them out, so I guess we only see the softs and the mediums today.
Okay, and we're gonna get started with the race. It's the lights are gonna come out at any moment. It's lights out and away we go, and as I was saying, many times the driver on second gets the better start, and Charlie has done so, already ahead of Arno into turn 1, but Arno's gonna try to battle all the way by the outside, but Charlie managed to hold into the lead. And what I was saying, what did I say about Bialo? He's already in 11th place, 10th place for Bialo. What a start! What a start from Bialo. 8 places, 9 places on lap 1. What a start. Nestor is dropping places now. Edzak hasn't have a bad start, and his teammate Bialo is already passing 10 places in one lap. What a start by Bialo there.
Edzak spun around. Oh, we got 3 spinners already in the first lap.
That is Edzak, who has an unfortunate spinner. That's also Scar and Edzak and Cassidy involved. All of them drivers who started in the top 10. Look at this, Arno is fighting back against Charlie. Charlie's gonna try to defend by the outside. I think Arno has the move done. TV Football is also gonna try and get involved in this fight, but Arno stays ahead. Charlie's not anymore on the inside. There are no more side by side. Look at Bialo, he's already won one more place. P7 for Bialo in only one lap. 11 places won. What a start. Okay, coming back into...
Amazing as we're going 3 right in the midfield, so to cut in between Ruben, Weckler and Bookie. Getting really in on the action on lap 1, coming through the third sector. Still some battling behind, I think.
Oh, Jesse's out of the race.
Oh, Jesse has spun in turn 19.
Say Berto safety car is gonna have a full safety car or not. It's only virtual by the moment. Michael comes into the pit lane. Did he get any damage? We are just gonna find out.
Essex also
no, he hasn't got any damage. He's just went for a early stop, trying to go for a different strategy. Well, Edzak, Jacko, Michael Bandungen all coming into the pit lane. But
all
actually,
repairs, I think. Yeah, all repairing.
I talked about Bialo's great start, but also Ruben, I think you said it as well, has done a great start, winning 11 places.
Gain positions there. Bruno 12 places, Ruben 11 places. But also a lot of guys got lost out. Edzak lost 15 places with that early spin coming through the S section. Really unfortunate for him. Same for Cassidy, who's also been spun around. And Scar. Michael also, I didn't notice that Michael has also been spun.
Oh, Jacko's out of the race. He spun in the S's.
Oh.
No safety car, I hope, coming out for this.
How can you spin under virtual safety car?
No, it's actually no more virtual safety car. We're already racing.
Oh.
And Bialo is sending a move on JB and takes the move, takes P5. What a start from Bialo there, but JB is trying to counterattack this. Bialo holds into his place. FRL Charlie has managed to keep the gap with Arno, so we're gonna have DRS enabled in the next lap. 8M separate both leaders. I think pace should be similar between these three at least. Sadio Mano started to lose a bit of pace. JB is coming to the pit lane.
Does he have damage?
Doesn't look. At least he doesn't have any visible damage, but...
Ruben also.
Yeah, Ruben is also coming into the pit lane.
If he had damage. He had such a great start alongside Bruno, as we've already mentioned. And now JB has a drive-through, that's why. And same with Ruben, so they both sped under virtual safety car. So Luke had a drive-through penalty, and now they served it.
Yellow flag Nisano's out of the race. He spun out of... Oh, safety. Berto safety car. Berto safety car.
Oh, that's right next to the track.
Oh, and Arno spun! Arno spun! Arno's off the track. He's down into P5.
Oh,
he's made a mistake there. Or he's got tapped. I don't know, but he's already down.
God, what's happening? It's only 3 laps into the race. What happened to Arno? I mean...
I don't know, he just spun out of nothing.
Hit him, or...
Well, possibly we're gonna find out after the race, because I didn't catch on camera what happened, but... Well, definitely is not gonna be happy, or with himself, or with the driver that punted him, if that's what happened. But anyway,
I don't see any point being damaged on the driver's head, so I don't think he had any contact. He must have just lost it all by himself somehow.
Well, and this is interesting because championship rivals are now together to each other, Bialo and Arno in P4 and P5. We're gonna have the battle for the championship here on track. Bialo already ahead of his championship rival, starting from the back of the grid. Arno started first, but Bialo is already ahead, only in lap 3. Then we have the battle for the lead. Charlie is leading the race. Have TV Football on second. Sadio Mano doesn't seem to have the pace of the leaders. So, well, I think Bialo and Arno will come to attack Sadio Mano at any moment. And, well, Bialo may have a bit of trouble because now he has to race. Both Aston Martins. Arno, I think, shouldn't have trouble to get past his teammate if they are communicating with each other. So, well, I don't know their team way.
Are like best mates. I'm sure Manu might even be slowing down now to back off Bull in the last sector and give Arno a better shot at him.
Actually, Arno won't need help now because he has DRS on Bialo. Bialo doesn't have DRS to defend.
Oh,
So
right.
I think Arno could try and make a very risky move and attack Bialo this time. He may have his first chance, but Bialo is getting a very good straight line speed. He's not even deploying his DRS. Arno's getting closer. He's gonna send a dive down the inside. Bialo's gonna defend down the inside and goes a bit wide. Arno gets better traction, but Bialo has the inside line. Who's gonna stay ahead here? There goes side by side. He forces Arno a bit off the track. Bialo stays ahead, but won't have DRS with Sadio Mano. Now he's getting a bit closer. 1.0 seconds. He needs to get those 9/10 at least to be safe from his championship rival, and he's got it now. 9/10 behind Sadio Mano. 8/10 now. He should try and get past into the next DRS zone. Not this one, but in the big straight. But Arno is so close. Arno is so close. He's gonna try and go all the way by the outside. Bialo is on the inside. He's gonna send a dive on his championship rival. Yes, he will. And he's gonna make contact. No, they won't. Arno is in front. What a move by Arno. Great racing there between these two drivers. Aggressive, but keeping it clean. But this is not over. Bialo will have another chance of attacking Arno. But this is still complicated for him because now Arno has his teammate ahead. And, well, possibly he's just gonna let him by, at least if they have communication. If not, well, it may be a problem.
I'm sure he's gonna let him by. That was a great move by Arno, set up almost in the second to last corner, where Budo slightly missed the apex, and in the last corner he completely missed it. That gave Arno a great run down towards turn 1, as now Arno is surely gonna get past Sadio Mano without any difficulties. Scanning, he's gonna go down the inside.
And yes,
no
he does.
From Mano.
Gets past easily. Sadio Mano doesn't put any resistance. Now it's Bialo's turn to get past Sadio Mano. And wow, Sadio Mano went so slow there. He fell almost asleep. And Bialo sent a dive on the inside. I think possibly Sadio Mano didn't realize Bialo was there. What a defense by Sadio Mano. They're holding his championship rival of his teammate. But well, he fixed his error he made falling a bit asleep in the previous corner. Now he's gonna try and go defensive. But he goes wide now, he goes wide. Bialo's gonna take the place. He's gonna try to send a dive on Bialo. He's gonna tap in on the wheel, but now he gets the DRS, but Bialo also gets DRS. So, well, he's gonna try and send a dive down the inside or not.
Yes.
Bialo's gonna cover the inside. Bialo knew that was coming, but he's gonna go wide. Bialo goes wide, and Sadio Mano gets past once again. That was a mistake by Bialo, I have to say.
And TVA Football. Look at TVA Football and Charlie, very close to each other as well. There might be a move coming in a second as Michael Van Dongen gets a penalty. But yeah, Mano and Budo, that's going to be a great fight to watch. I can tell you from personal experience. Sadio Mano is very difficult to get past, so he's going to help out his teammate massively. He's already 2 seconds ahead of them. TVA Football and Charlie in the meantime.
Oh, and Sadio Mano's trying to let Bialo pass, so he will get the DRS. That was an interesting move. Who's gonna get the DRS at the end? It's been Bialo got the DRS finally. He's getting past, but he. Oh no!
What are you doing? Why?
No! No way!
Why? Did you just do that on purpose? Surely not.
Who was its fault?
I was on board with Mano, looking to the right. Did he turn in on Budo, or did Budo just run out of road and try to stay on track?
Well, this is gonna bring a lot of polemic, I have to say.
Oh god, this Discord chat is gonna be so on fire. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, definitely this is gonna bring a lot of polemic because Arno's teammate has taken out, well, I don't know who was at fault because I didn't get the complete angle of the accident. I don't know who was at fault, but the thing is that Bialo and Sadio Mano have been both eliminated in an incident, and Sadio Mano is Arno's teammate and Bialo is Arno's championship rival, so this is definitely gonna bring some polemic. So
God, this is... Oh, if we would have Drive to Survive for our league, this would be amazing for them. Conspiracy theories all around.
Yeah.
I don't think Mano would be the kind of guy to do that on purpose. Then again, Mano is a very hard racer and he's not going to give you an inch, so...
And Bialo is actually the same. As you know, I know Bialo very well. He's a very, very aggressive driver and he always likes to fight every single inch, as you say. So, well, when these two of these kind of drivers met, you can expect this kind of things to happen.
Yeah, true. But even then, I mean, it's all fine and good trying to support your teammate, but spinning out your teammate championship rival, I'm not saying that it was on purpose, but I don't think Mano feels very good now, seeing what he has done. But anyway, we have a safety car, we got Matey Boy leading on 6 old tires, one of the only guys not to pit. Adsax also still on old mediums. The rest of the grid, most of them on mediums, some on hard. Very interesting to see, Charlie is on the hard compound of tires, Football on the mediums. I think Charlie might actually have a better tires there, because I don't know if the mediums can make it all the way to the end.
No, I don't think mediums are making it to the end. Or they maybe will, but they will be so degraded, so...
Interesting. There are already, I think there are some debates going on in the comments in Dutch. As far as I can see, I think Niels said that Bruno might have spun on the curb. On the straight, of course there are some curbs on the right hand side of the straight. Maybe he lost traction there, although I don't think that's possible, going over 200 miles an hour. I think they just try to squeeze each other a little bit too much, similarly to what happened between me and Mitchell in Canada, where we've also both ended up in the wall after we've been going side by side, going down the straight, so probably just a racing incident, still very unfortunate for both of them, especially for Bruno and his championship chances. Arno's going to make some great gains on him right now. I think running SYR right now, I will double check, and I think right now Arno and Bruno would be level on points if Arno finishes in P4. I'm just gonna check. Let's see, meanwhile. We got 4 hard compound runners in the field, Michael, Brookie, Ballboy and Charlie. As we said, the hard compound drivers can definitely make it to the end. Mediums will be faster at the beginning, but they will have to manage their tires to the end quite dramatically. So it's going to be very interesting. I think we might see some guys try and go for an extra stop. We got guys like Mateboy who are trying to extend it, maybe go for the hards later on or stretch it out towards the softs. So it's also interesting. So I think we have about 3 different strategies going on right now. It's going to be very interesting to see which one of them will pay off in the end.
I think there may be some guy that managed to take those mediums to the end. It will be difficult, but I think there may be some kind of Checo Perez here in the league. The hards definitely making it to the end, but most people I think will go for one more stop.
I mean, I couldn't think of anybody right now on the F3 grid who's known for being that good to the tires, as Gar has gotten past Bookie. I think they just overtook each other for a second and let him back through. But anyway, safety car is coming in with this lap. Mateboy is going to be leading the field on his old mediums. He's got Charlie behind him. He's going to be hoping that Charlie is going to be a roadblock for the cars behind, so that he can pull away at the front. Let's see.
Oh, 5-second penalty for Brookie for a collision with Scar. You need to keep your distance under safety car, not these things happen. But okay, we should get going now. What a restart by Matey Boy there. 7 tenths in front already. FRL Charlie didn't get the better restart. Football got a worst restart even, and Arno's already attacking him. He's gonna try to go all the way around the outside. TV Football by the inside. Is he gonna force in a bit of the track? He leaves the space, but still managed to stay ahead. He's 1.0 seconds behind Charlie. Charlie on fresher tires, but still hard compound of tired. Let's see if he gets better pace than Matey Boy. He should have, because well, demonstrated that in qualifying, and also fast pressure tires even when they are hard. Maybe if he managed to do the move on this lap, could be a crucial move for his race, but he's gone a bit wide. He's made a tiny mistake there. TV Football is already catching. Arno is already getting close into this fight. Rackler is into P5, and everyone's holding the train. Arno hasn't got a good exit, and there goes Watker, gonna try to attack down the inside. This is gonna be another crucial move to complicate Arno's race. Who's gonna break the latest here? It's gonna be Rackler, who he doesn't force him so much off the track. Now he goes a bit off the track. Arno gets a 3-second penalty for track limits. Have a yellow flag. It's Edsak once again. It's round and down into almost last place.
Also Cassidy is right on the field. I wonder what happened to him. But Rackler now finally does get a move done against Arno, so Arno going backwards. That's not what he wanted. Meanwhile, TV Football, Charlie and Matey all very close to each other as Scar and Tom are battling. Tom now behind with Ferrari, and there's Michael going down the inside of Little Brookie. Tom in the pits, I think he has damage.
I'm going on board with Charlie now, who's very close to Matey Boy. This is gonna be a move for the lead. He's could have tried to go down the inside, but wanted to back off and try all the way by the outside. He's gonna get forced, similar to Alonso with Kimi Raikkonen in the last USA Grand Prix, but they don't make contact. Matey Boy stays ahead. This is costing Charlie some time. This is also helping Football to catch. Brookie gets another penalty. Wagner now gets a penalty, and both are out. Oh, Brookie and Michael out of the race. Are we getting another safety car? Yes, we are.
Safety car, yeah.
Look at this, lap 10, and we almost have half of the grid out of this race.
Oh, this is not nice to see. I mean, we said it is a difficult track, but I didn't expect that many retirements after just 10 laps. A lot of side-by-side action seemingly, and just getting too close as, oh yeah, them two probably just spun each other off, similar to Mano and Budo. We just hooked tires and then veered off into the wall, so those guys just gotta be a lot more careful when driving side by side with each other.
Well, this is very good for Matey Boy, who had old medium tires. Now he has a free pit stop if he wants to do it now. I don't think it's a good idea to stay out on those degraded mediums, even if he's trying to do a medium soft, because everyone else is gonna have fresher and faster tires than him. So I think he will pit, or well, I don't really know if he will want to go on the hards. It's actually a difficult decision. But I think the best would be try and go for the hard instead of staying out.
Yeah, surely. I mean, if he's lucky and we have another safety car, let's say in like 7 or 8 laps, as never mind, he is going on.
Yeah, he's coming in. Charlie is staying out. Football is staying out as well. Rackler as well. Arno is also staying out. Everyone is staying out. The only one that pitted was actually Matey Boy. He's gone for softs. He's gone for the soft tires. Well, I wasn't expecting that. He's gone for the aggressive strategy. I don't know if maybe he got that wrong. If he wanted to go for the hards and maybe in his panel didn't select the correct tires or something like that, but well, it would be a weird thing, but it's an interesting strategy to say the least. Also, having in mind that we don't have much drivers in the race, he doesn't have to make so much traffic with those fresh tires, so it could well work for him.
Yeah, I mean, very interesting. Maybe he's just hoping for another safety car at the right moment to change onto a second set of softs and then have the advantage. It is a very risky strategy. I probably wouldn't have done it. I would have just gone for the hards. But let's see if it pays out for him. Maybe if he's a bit lucky he can make the strategy work, but it's very unlikely.
He's definitely looking for another safety car because it's a very risky strategy. I don't think he's the fastest guy in all the grid, so even if he gets past everyone, he needs to make one more stop because there's no way those softs are making it to the end. So he's definitely hoping for one more safety cars, just trying to take the risk. And for some reason, Thumb is on AI mode and he's got past Cassidy. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know even if AI mode is allowed on this league. But
I mean, AI mode is allowed under safety car, but usually the AI doesn't overtake other drivers, so it's a bit strange, but I think they've sorted each other out again. It's good to see. Michael leaves the session, he's already retired.
Oh, and Cassidy gets a 5-second penalty. Oh, possibly for overtaking Tom. So another polemic over here because, well, he was in AI mode, he overtake him, then possibly he let him by again. But Cassidy, when he got by again, the game gave him an illegal overtake. So, well, it's kind of polemic again. I think safety car should be going out on this lap. It's not actually. It's not going out.
Start for another lap.
So we will exactly have 14 more laps of racing after the safety car goes out.
16 more laps of racing.
Sorry, I got that completely wrong. My fault.
It's okay. Let's take a look at the penalties in the meantime. We got Weckler with 6 seconds, Arno with a 3-second time penalty. That was in his battle with Weckler. I think he might get that removed for being pushed off track. We got Van Dongen with 3 seconds, Ruben with 6 seconds, and FNCO Tom with 9 seconds, and Cassidy actually went into the pits, probably to serve his penalty and get fresh tires. He's now at the back of the grid.
Cassidy took the opportunity of pitting under safety car. He's go for a new set of medium. He just wanted to get rid of those 5 seconds. He possibly would have got it removed anyway, but if there was a safety car later, it would still have complicated him because he would have to wait 5 more seconds. So it's kind of good decision, but he's gone for old mediums. He doesn't have fresh mediums. He's just gone for an old set of medium tires, 3-lap old mediums. It's actually not the best way to. He hasn't lost that much places, so I don't think.
He only lost like 2 places, I think. So I think it's okay for him.
I think it's okay. Doesn't really change anything.
Yeah. The safety car should be in this lap. It's probably going to be announced somewhere around turn 16, 17, 18. That triple right-hander. That's very reminiscent of turn 8 in Turkey, as you've already said. Charlie still on the hards, leading, but actually the safety car is benefiting football very much to help him save his tires and push more towards the end. So Charlie really has to get a move on, try to stay ahead of those guys and make them wear out their tire. Yeah, safety car turned off its lights. Charlie is now controlling the field. He has to stay at a constant pace, he can't accelerate and brake rapidly. He is staying very close to the safety car though. Is he gonna go? Now? Is he gonna go out of the final corner? He's waiting, he's going now. Went very early. Oh, and he brake checked them again. That's Weckler into TV.
Another penalty under safety car. 5-second penalty for Ruben for a collision with Michael Van Dogen. Hope there's no damage for any of these drivers. Ruben didn't get into the pit lane, so I think it's everything okay. Back into the lead of the race. Charlie leads with the hard tires. Then comes Football with mediums. So, oh, there's another accident. Oh no, who is it this time? It is Ruben. And well, Ed's almost again involved in an accident. Cassidy, these two have been involved in a lot of accidents. Let's hope they don't get involved in any other. What is this? I think Edsak has lag. I think Edsak has lag because the Robin has just ghosted through him, so possibly that's what's been happening.
Those guys better than with him, trying to deal with this laggy car. Meanwhile, though, all stays the same at the front. I'm not sure about Charlie's braking maneuver into the last corner. Obviously,
Tom is making a dive on Scar right now. Didn't work, but was very close. But both leave space to each other. Some reason Charlie is not Football is not closing to Charlie, even with the faster compound of tires. Wackler still has hold into his 3rd place. Arno on 4th. They are start to pull away from Balboy and the other guys.
Tom just sent a beautiful dive bomb up the inside of Scar, got past him, Cassidy followed him. Scar now outside the points, but that was a beautiful move by Tom there. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I didn't cock that, but yeah, he's got past. Cassidy is also in front, as you said. Then we have again Edsak. We know he's with a laggy car, so it's gonna be a bit uncomfortable to race against him. Charlie leads the race, then we have football. Wackler's lost a lot of pace. We know he doesn't have the pace of the leaders. Arno is definitely way faster than him, and he's trying to... Oh, he almost pins! He almost pins! They almost make contact. He doesn't need to take those risks. I mean, his championship rival is already out of the race. He just needs to take home all the points possible because he needs to capitalize on this. If he makes a mistake and is out of the race, would be the dumbest ever move in a league race.
Arno just has to be careful. He has 3 seconds less penalties than Weckler ahead of him, and Weckler is one of those guys. He's probably the most difficult guy to pass on this entire grid, so he's going to defend as much as he can. So Arno really has to be careful when trying to overtake him. As Michael van Dongen gets past Matey Boy on the softs, not making them work seemingly. But yeah, Arno just has to be very careful with Weckler.
I think he has done a good job. He's now trying to get for Michael van Dongen. He should get past in this next corner. Obviously gonna break the latest. This is not gonna force him off the track. A bit, yeah, but well, there's no other way to get past. He should get past JB. Yeah, this is one guy I want to check in the next part of the race. Now we are with half of the race to go. 14 more laps. This time I'm not wrong. 14 more laps to go. Oh, and Michael van Dongen has tried to get past once again Matey Boy. Hasn't been able to. He's trying to go all the way around the outside. There's no reason to fight for this position as Matey Boy has fresher tires. He's gonna pit once again, so it's pointless really to fight. He just focus on the pace. Then Matey Boy is gonna try and go for JB for 6th place of the race. Charlie surprisingly is still leading the race, even with the medium tires. He's doing a very good job. Now Arno's gonna have his first real chance to get past Rackler with the DRS that's gonna be enabled. Rackler just needs a miracle to get into those DRS range. Charlie gets a penalty. Oh no! That's a heartbreaking moment for him. He was doing so good at this point, but now gets the first penalty of the race, which complicates his winning chances.
That's okay, though. We still have 14 laps to go. The guys behind him could still get penalties as well. He should definitely keep pushing now, but yeah, he's doing a very great job on those hards right now to stay ahead of football. Also Weckler not really being able to gain on football, but now Arno on the back of Weckler is surely going to get removed on this time.
Yeah, nothing Weckler can do here. They almost bang wheels. I don't know, that wasn't necessary at all. Is Weckler going to try to dive on this here? No, he won't. He will stay apart from this battle. He'll just hold into his 4th place, and Arno's now going to go for the chase of the 2 leaders, Charlie and Football. Charlie hasn't been overtaken by Football yet, so I think things can start getting complicated for Football as it's going now, because those mediums are gonna get degraded very soon. Those hards are long-lasting tires, so every lap Football stays behind Charlie, it's a lap that his tires went more degraded, and Charlie's tires will be much better for the end of the race, and he's not winning any time. So he'll need to try and get past.
But he's guiding.
Yeah, he's trying to get past. He's gonna try and go down the inside. Is he gonna get the launch? Down the inside. He's gonna get the move done. Charlie tries to defend all the way around the outside. Nothing he can do, but you have next DRS zone to try and get past again. 8 lap old hards, 8 lap old mediums. I think mediums should still be working better than the hards. Then Ruben gets another 3-second time penalty. Well. He's still very close to Football. 3 attempts only. He can get this move done once again. If he wants, he can even try and let Football stay in front, so he can just save his ERS and try to save the move for the final laps of the race. He's not doing that, but I don't know if that would be the correct thing to do. But Football now goes down the inside to defend. Charlie's gonna use all the DRS, this slipstream as well. He gets the overtake done, he retakes the place, but Football can still dive him if he wants. He won't. Charlie tries to break the latest as he can. All this fight is helping Rackler to stay on the DRS. Now he's lost it once again. And look at this, Matey Boy is closing. He's now only 1.5 tenths behind Rackler. He should get past into the next lap.
Yeah, Matey Boy is very close. He gained
yellow flag once again. It's Ruben in the wall. But he's not moving. He's not moving. Why is he not moving?
Before he causes a safety car.
Rackler gets another penalty. There goes Ruben.
Okay,
taking control of his car.
Should be all good. No safety car needed. Back to the action, and TV Football still right behind Charlie. I think it's going to be his turn now to overtake him.
Cassidy is making a move now on JB. Yellow flag, it's Ruben once again. Ruben again spun. Thankfully no safety car out for that.
Tires are still hot.
We're having an interesting battle, I was saying, between Cassidy and JB for P7 of this race. And it's quite interesting to go a bit through the midfield. Another penalty goes there.
Tom just been spun around by Van Dongen. I think he tried to dive it down the inside of the Haas, but yeah, I think that might be on Tom trying to dive it that late, and he spun again into the barrier. That might be some damage to his rear wing. Hopefully he won't deploy a safety car. He has to be careful now because his tires are hot.
TV Football is trying to attack once again Charlie, but not enough speed. He will just back off there. Mate Boy now has catched the pack, the leading pack. He should be able to get past Rackler at some point, but those softs are also getting degraded.
Does Rackler have damage? Because he seems to be way off the pace compared to the guys ahead of him.
And Ruben's DNF the race. Another DNF in this USA Grand Prix. Retired in the pit lane. I think you wanted to say something.
Yeah, Rackler is stopping off the pace massively compared to the guys ahead, so I'm not sure if he might have damage or if he's just struggling with the tires. But yeah, Matty Boy is catching up to him rapidly right now. Top 3 are starting to pull away as Matty Boy is diving it down the inside, little bit of wheel banging. That was a bit robust by Matty Boy, but still somewhat clean. And he's now up into 4th place, Rackler falling down to P5. But yeah, seemingly the tire's just not working out for him right now.
Oh, and Tom DNF the race also, so it's double DNF for the AlphaTauri in less than 1 lap, I think. 11 drivers only remain in this race, with 10 more laps to go. TV Football once again will have the DRS. Still, Charlie has more ERS than Football. Remember, he's have to be leading all the pack, which is more difficult. He hasn't been able to save his ERS. But anyway, Football has used more, and it's not getting enough close to Charlie. Not gonna send the dive down the inside.
Yeah, Football, I think he lifted off just before the braking zone, so maybe he's trying to save some ERS to overtake Charlie and then pull away immediately, as Rackler is trying to attack Matey Boy again, but couldn't quite get the move done. Matey Boy now 3 seconds behind the leading pack. I think his tires might be starting to fade away now, and yeah, he's losing.
Yellow flag is... oh no, it's the retired car of the AlphaTauri.
AI, yeah. But it's already gone, so no safety car needed. But the Matey Boy's tires now are slowly fading away, so he might be making his last pit stop in about 2 or 3 laps. Top 3 still battling away, still stuck in a DRS trend, but I really don't know how Charlie is managing to stay ahead that long. I mean, I know that TV Football is trying to save ERS.
No, actually Football has less ERS, as I said before, than Charlie. Charlie has 54%. Football has 37% of ERS. So maybe he just doesn't have the pace, I don't know.
It's interesting to see. I mean, Football should make his move sooner rather than later, because his tires are just going to get worse and worse and worse. So he has to get past now, instead of just trying to save up.
And Matey Boy has finally taken Rackler out of his DRS, or almost done it. He's got that final DRS with him, but it's not getting any closer, and he won't get any more closer. Cassidy is getting past Ballboy.
Easy move for Cassidy there, Ballboy on the Hearts.
And look at this battle between the Haas and the Ferraris. JB trying to send a dive into Michael Van Dogen, then comes the laggy car of Edzak. It's lagging a bit on my screen as well. Yeah. Then we have NXX car. We have a 4-way battle here for the last places of the race. Kinda interesting battle, so I'm gonna focus a bit in the midfield for this lap at least. Unless something interesting happens at the front of the race. Michael Van Dogen holding into his place, but now JB is trying to send a dive down the inside. Not enough room there. He's gonna have DRS now. So he's gonna get past 2 tenths only behind. Same amount of same all tires for both drivers. Edzak now is also getting past.
Edzak's also trying to dive into his lagging car. Michael
Yeah.
Van Dongen is careful, just lets him by. Meanwhile, Charlie, Football and Arno, still no changes. Matty Boy is not able to catch up to them, so I think his softs are starting to fade away. Now is the time where he would need that safety car that he's gambling on.
He would need the safety car now, but with 8 more laps remaining, with only 11 cars, it will be a bit difficult that a safety car comes out. But, well, anyway...
It's a four-way battle that's just screaming safety car as Michael Van Dongen slightly tags the back of Edzak's flare. No damage done though.
Edzak now is trying to get past JB. He gets past into 8th place for Edzak. None of these guys have penalties, so he's gonna keep into that. Yeah, no, oh yeah, no, I was talking about Edzak and JB. None of them have penalties. NSX car now will try to send a move on Michael Van Dongen at some point. We're gonna go back for the battle for the lead. We are gonna check the penalties. Arno has 6 seconds of penalty, so I think if he had any chance of getting that penalty removed, he doesn't have it anymore. So TV Football is now looks the best in the best position to win this race. But
Matty Boy could, although no Matty Boy has to pit, but Cassidy.
Ragler is coming into the pit lane. Ragler is coming into the pit lane for a fresh set of soft tires for the end of the race.
That's interesting. So he didn't manage to carry his softs to the end. It's 13 laps on the soft, same as almost everybody else. So let's see how those others, not soft runners, medium runners, let's see how much they will drop off in the next couple of laps.
Well, that actually would be the only thing that would save Charlie in this race, because as it's going, he would need the TB Football pick a penalty, or, well, that he has to pit, or just loses the pace on this old medium tire, but it's not happening yet. So, yeah, Charlie is a bit compromised right now. Still, we have 7 more laps to go without counting this current lap, so the battle for the lead, the win, is actually between these two drivers, only the 2 of them. Arno is already out of contention because of those 6 seconds of penalties. Everyone is too far behind. Unless a safety car comes out, then everything would change.
I think Football is fairly confident that he can carry his tires to the end. He's just staying behind Charlie, just making sure that he's within those 3 seconds. So he probably thinks that his mediums can go to the end. Arno, on the other hand, he has to push to try to at least defend him from his from the drivers behind him, because Cassidy and Matty Boy, they are almost within that 6-second window. Of course, Matty Boy will have to pit again, most likely. Cassidy is gaining on him, so he really has to defend his 3rd place there to make sure that he doesn't drop down and loses any more points to his championship rival Budo, because right now he would be 3 points ahead of him. As Cassidy gets the penalty, so that probably saved Arno right there. And we can go on full attack, trying to overtake Football and make something magical happen.
Once again, we go on board with Football, who's still trying to get past Charlie, but 7-10 behind. He has been trying through all these last laps. Now he's run out of ERS. Charlie's also deployed a lot of his ERS compared to what he had in the previous laps, but still has way much more than TV Football ERS management. Arno's also not in a good position if we talk about ERS. So I really think the only interesting thing now in this race is checking if those medium tires will die to the end, or if they will actually make it. Will be able to stay into the DRS range of Charlie. Then we also have the interrogant if Matey Boy can hold into that P4 of the race, which will be very difficult. His tires are already dying. 10 lap old softs in this track is very high degradation. He still needs to take them.
Oversteering everywhere, out of every corner.
He has to take them.
Can't make it to the end.
Yeah, he has to take them for 5 more laps, and Cassidy is catching back to him.
But Cassidy does have a penalty, so that plays towards Matty Boy's advantage right now. But I still think Matty Boy is gonna have a puncture within the next couple of laps, surely. I mean, we saw Ragler deciding to pit with 13-lap-old mediums. So those were probably already quite worn. Matty Boy would have to go onto 16-lap-old softs, if I'm correct, to make it to the end. So
I think it's possible. I think it's possible, but the tires will be around 90%. But I think
Arno in football.
Yeah, Arno's trying to get past football now. By the outside, this can save Charlie's race. Because, well, we know Arno has a penalty. Football needs to get a bit backed off, so Charlie can win the race. But it could also play the other way, because now maybe Arno and Charlie will be fighting, and TV Football will just try and sit there, save some ERS, and hold him to the win of the race. Charlie is 7 tenths in front of Arno. His tires should be starting to work better at some point. 15-lap-old hard versus 15-lap-old mediums. Degradation should start to show up for the medium tires. Look at that degradation Matty Boy has already lost 9.2 seconds to Cassidy. Cassidy is already gonna get his DRS. Matty Boy is gonna have to defend like a lion now if he wants to save that 4th place. But it's gonna be almost impossible to do. At least he can defend into this corner. He will go down the inside. Cassidy is gonna try to go all the way around the outside. Matey Boy needs to defend, but he is not defending yet. He's not gonna try and defend. He leaves the space. He races cleanly there, leaving enough room for his rival. Cassidy has to back off. He'll try into next DRS zone.
That's very clean driving there from them two. Ballboy just 1.8 seconds, 1.7 seconds behind, so he could maybe benefit from this on the hard compound.
Of course he can, because now 1.6 seconds, he doesn't have a penalty. Cassidy does have a penalty. And Matey Boy's tires are already dead, and he's just backing Cassidy up to Ballboy, and well, this is gonna definitely compromise Cassidy's race, as he has that penalty that will make him drop a lot of places. And I think Matey Boy Hand's still holding to his place. He can try and send a dive onto Cassidy down the inside here. For sure he could, but he doesn't want to try and risk it. He just wants to keep it safe till the end of the race, but he doesn't have any more pace. Now he goes wide. He almost goes into the gravel. Darcy's tires are completely dead. Valboy is now all over his back. 9 tenths behind, should get past in the next lap. Maybe he can even clear him in the first DRS zone. We don't know. Edsak is also close in 1.9 seconds. He has a bit fresher medium tires compared to the other medium runners. Into the lead of the race, look at this. Charlie has almost managed to pull 1 second gap to Arno. It's 9 tenths, but still he will be in the DRS. Ballboy gets past Matey Boy. Matey Boy drops into 6th of the race. Now Edsak will be at his back as well at any moment now. 1.6 behind. JB gets past Michael Bendelgen.
Obviously side by side though. Side by side going to turn 2. JB backs out of it, but yeah, as you said, Charlie almost outside the second of Arno. Matter of fact, now he
gets the second now. He gets the second now. 1 second, but still Arno has the DRS. Arno still has the DRS, so this will help a lot to Arno and will once again bring some difficulties to Charlie's race. 5 tenths he could reduce in that DRS straight, but 7 tenths now, 6 tenths. It's not going well for Charlie at the moment. If he can manage to pull away those 4 tenths in the next couple of corners, but it's gonna be very difficult. 7 tenths already, unless the tires die completely. 8 tenths now. 8 tenths still. He makes a mistake. Charlie makes a mistake there. Arno's now gonna be all the way at his back. Charlie was trying to push as hard as he could.
But he made a mistake. This is gonna help Arno massively now, because I think the mediums
yellow flag is yellow flag. It's the Ferrari of JB, I think, or NSX's car. Both Ferraris are off the track.
Gave each other damage. Oh, that's terrible for the team. Giving each other damage like that, that's the golden #1 rule. Never.
And Arno's got past Charlie. Arno's got past Charlie with 3 laps remaining. This is not good for Charlie's race. He went a bit over the corner. He possibly got a warning for that. But he'll have a fight back in the next DRS straight. Matey Boy has finally decided to pit. No, he hasn't pitted. Why has he not pitted? for a fresh set of soft tire.
Did he spin? I think he spun maybe as Reckler now spun.
Yeah, Reckler spun round. We're having some polemic in this final lap, some movement in this final laps of the race. We're gonna have some battle for the fastest lap now. Matey Boy, possibly that's what he's trying to do. He's waiting to pit in lap 26 to get one lap to warm up his tires. Charlie gets past Arno once again,
and Arno,
but they are fighting so hard side by side. Arno's gonna try to go all the way down the inside. Charlie's gonna try to hold his place by the outside. Arno will dive. Charlie will try to hold. No room for the two of them. They bang wheels. Charlie will go down the inside. He's trying to push as hard as he can as he did in qualifying. This is only doing anything more but benefiting TV's football winning hopes.
There's some great betting between them two. They don't care that we have time penalties. They just want to take the honor of finishing first on track. Just trying to put on a good show.
Well, actually, Charlie needs to get past.
Charlie dives down.
Charlie needs to get past and try to build a... Oh, and they made contact! They made contact! Arno almost punts! This is gonna allow TV football pass. As we said, Arno doesn't need to take risks. His championship rival is already out of this race. He just needs to keep it clean and holding to that third place of the race.
Scar with damage is not going to pit for fastest lap. Matey Boy going to do the same. But yeah, Arno, that was a great save by him. A little bit... I'd say that was still hard racing, but still fair racing between him and Charlie. I think I just lost it on the curbs. A little bit of wheel banging, but that's still...
Oh, and Matey Boy has left the session.
Ooh, that's... unfortunate.
Arno's getting past TV football by the outside. Arno takes second place of the race on track, and well, FRL Charlie now has almost a second gap. I think he can manage actually to win the race if the two drivers behind fight too hard between each other. 1 second gap for Charlie against Arno and TV football. We have one more lap of racing. He needs to make 1.9 seconds in one lap if he wants to win the race, but staying out from DRS is gonna be crucial. 1 second. Did Arno get DRS or did he not get DRS?
I think he didn't.
He hasn't got DRS. This is only making things more interesting. Charlie leads by 1.2 seconds. Final lap of the race. Anyone can win this. It could be Charlie or it could be football. He has a 1.8 second gap. He just needs to increase that gap into the coming lap, into the next 3 sectors, going into the SS. 1.2, 1.1. Arno is closing. It looks a bit difficult. Arno is starting to close a bit the gap there, but TV football is falling a bit behind. He just needs to keep those 3 seconds.
Arno can't get the DRS, and Charlie will have a very good shot here.
Football won't get DRS as well, or he will. He will get DRS just by the least. Gets DRS. This may be the thing that may save his race. He's got DRS. 2.1 seconds.
2.1 now.
This DRS could be the reason.
Charlie has to have a perfect third sector to get this win. TV football. He's getting held up by Arno there. Still 2.1 seconds as well, so Charlie still has to find another 8 times now. It's 2.3 seconds for a split second there.
It's gonna be very difficult for him to do it. I think this race, football has it on the bag. Arno is going a bit slow there. He's going a bit slow, and he's gonna let TV football by. Why does he let him through? I don't understand
I think
this.
He doesn't want to hinder football in any way, shape or form. Just letting him by. Not sure if that was that necessary, but still nice to see. Football is going to get it by about half a second, 7 times over Charlie. So well done on him. Arno's going to stay on the podium.
Yeah, but I didn't understand.
On track.
I didn't understand why he let him pass. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it didn't change anything in the end, but Ballboy in P4, that's a very good result for him. Adzax with his lagging car in P5, Cassidy P6. Van Dongen going to finish P7 on the road. I think that might get changed because of penalties. Reckler coming across the line, no, he says in P8. JB is going to finish P9. Scar P10, I think we're going to stay like that. And Matty Boy on mediums, is he still gonna go for the fastest lap? I think he had a mistake, he's way down on his time, so he can't get the fastest lap now. That means that the fastest lap goes to... Oh, I just missed it. I think Scar just got it, just on the final lap.
Well, I have to say that was a very fun race. It was my first time commentating in FRL and I enjoyed it a lot. We have a lot of crazy moments during the race, a lot of great fighting as well. So a very fun race and well, well-deserved win by Football there. Managed to not get any penalties for exceeding track limits, and that is what gave him the win today. Charlie will take second of the race, and finally Arno will complete the podium, and I think he has overtaken Bialo by 3 points if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah. If he finished P3, so he does have a 3-point advantage over Budo. I'm sure Budo got office. But you can worry about that later. You see your finishers, we got TV Football who's won deservingly, I must say. I'm not sure when he won his last race, probably been a while. Charlie P2, great result for him. Arno P3, Ballboy P4, that's a very, very strong result for him. Atex P5 out of Cassidy, Michael Van Dongen P7 out of JB, Regler and Scar. Matey Boy, of course he didn't finish himself, he left the session before that. And then we had 9 retirements in that race. Bit disappointing to see so many people crashing out, but at least we got some nice battling at the front towards the end to make up for it. Moving on then, David, who would be your driver of the day?
Okay, who would be my driver of the day? I think I will give that one to Charlie. I think he gave absolutely everything today. We saw him even make that mistake, possibly he was pushing to the limit. And well, the only mistake he did was that getting that 3-second time penalty, which will cost him the win. But I mean, he was pushing all the way through the race. That I could see that he was pushing very hard in that quali lap as well. He managed to keep everyone behind with hard tires since the start of his stint. So I think I'll give Charlie my driver of the day today. What do you think?
I'm actually going to give my driver of the day to Ballboy. I don't think we've ever spectated him doing this race, but he had a very quiet race. I think he came from P12 all the way up to P4. As I said, just very quiet, not being involved in any incidents or anything like that. And P4 is a very strong result for him. So I'd say he's probably my driver of the day. But of course, any of the top 3 would have also deserved this for giving us such a great battle up the on the front.
Well, and I have a question now. Do we have interviews?
Yes, we do. I'm just going to start up a party. I'll make sure that you are in the interview chat as well. Actually, one second.
We only interview the top 3. How does the interviews work in FRL?
We interview anybody who joins the party, pretty much. That's how it works. I'm just gonna... God, I think I'm... Actually, give me a second. Am I still in the F3 interview chat? I think I'm not.
Oh, Bialo invited me to the interview, so...
Plus you've got DRS as well.
When you can't hear the other guys in the party.
Okay, I am in the PS stream in the lobby, so
Okay.
well, possibly I'm gonna start well with FRL Charlie. Well, I have to congratulate you for that second place. I think I personally gave you my driver of the day. Don't know if you heard to that in the stream, but I think you ran an excellent race. I think your only mistake was the 3-second time penalty, but you managed to keep everyone behind with hard tires since the start of your stint, even when the mediums are obviously supposed to be faster. So, can you talk us about a bit about all your race itself?
I mean, Arno's, I don't know what he was doing in turn 1 and the other corners where he decided to move under braking, and he decides to like blame me. I mean, yeah, I was at fault for the turn 1 incident when I forced him off, but I thought I was clear. But he decided to move under braking so a lot, and he forced me off another corner. So that's just racing. He's got to deal with it. He's got to stop being a little pussy, and I'm calling him out because I'm not happy with him if he's just gonna act like that to me. But I'm happy with P2. I was pushing the final laps to try and build the gap. I think if TVA Football didn't have the DRS off of Arno, I reckon I definitely could have won that race, because the DRS is it does help with the lap times on this track, especially on the main straight. But yeah, well done TVA Football though for managing to not get penalties, especially on a track round here. But I'm happy with the result. It gets me some points back in the championship, and hopefully Arno just learns it's racing that he's just dealing with, and he's gonna have to put up with it in F3.
Okay, thank you for your time, Charlie, and congratulations for the second place. It was close to a win, and well, you gave it all on track. I did notice that, so congratulations on your second place. So the next driver I'm gonna ask questions. It's going to be, I will go with Ballboy. So can you talk us also about your race? You started, I think, around on P12 and you finished on P4 if I'm not wrong. Or maybe I can let Hawk make the interview this time, as he has picked you as his driver of the day. So go on, Hawk.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Ballboy.
Yeah.
Of course, a fairly emotional race today, but we don't have to talk about that. P4 today. An amazing result for you. We didn't really catch you on stream at any point. You seem to just have a quiet race, but still, I think you started P12, managed to end up in P4. How did you do that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think today was a great result, but, of course, like, I wasn't really thinking too much about, you know, racing at all, really. It has been really tough. I mean, goodness me, what a day it's been, you know. It feels really strange, but I mean, I try my best today, and I have to say this is probably one of my best performances of the season. But yeah, look, racing's racing, you know. I have to say I'll dedicate this result to him, you know, to one of the best friends really I ever had, you know. And you know, if it wasn't for me, like, I found Madden like an open lobby session all those years ago, and you know, we got on so well together, and I appreciate the 1 minute silence, and you know, that was a great touch with everybody, or most people having Danish flags, and yeah, and of course tomorrow as well we got F2 and F1, where we can talk about it more, you know. But yeah, I'll dedicate this one for him, and although it wasn't like a P1, of course, which I'd love to win, you know. I think we all do though, but yeah, a P4, I think, yeah, like I said, I was actually catching Casti at the end, so, and I don't think that's ever happened all season, you know, so I was really, really motivated to try and do my best, you know, keep it clean, no penalties, and yeah, I'm happy to get to the end of the race and just, you know, get a good result.
Moving on to, I think it was Mexico next week then. How you think you'll be able to perform around there?
Well, I like the track, but yeah, in terms of the championship and everything, like, I'll keep racing and, you know, just see what happens out on track, but yeah, I'll just have to be very consistent, so yeah, we'll see how things go.
Okay, then congratulations on P4 today. It was a brilliant race, and I'm certain that Matt's watching this from wherever he is right now probably enjoyed watching you drive all the way up to P4, so well done.
Yeah, and thanks for the commentary and everything, guys. That's yeah, I'll watch it back later on. Even though you said I wasn't really in the stream much, but yeah.
It's okay. Okay, moving on then. I think next one would be...
Can I do next one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I want to interview obviously Bialo, so I want to say, well, what a race start you had. 11 or 12 places, I think, in lap 1, so how did you do that?
I told you.
I know you for a long time ago. I know you are the ultimate race starter.
Yeah, I mean, I usually get good starts, but this one I knew I had to give it everything. Especially I'm starting from last, so yeah. Anything else, I have nothing to comment apart from that guy was being a D-head.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to go to that point. Exactly what happened there, because I didn't get it on the stream. I didn't get a good angle. I think I was on board with you, and when I turned my head, yep. I just saw you two going into the wall and DNFing at the same time. But I think it started since the previous corner, because I think he wanted to let you by so he would have the DRS or something like that.
Yeah, obviously he failed to do that because I had DRS. Going into the back straight, I had DRS, I was quicker, and I was going in straight, holding my line, and just he decided to go into my line. Just he tapped me and we both went off. I don't know why was he trying. Obviously he's the teammate of Arno, so obviously he's gonna be as aggressive as he can, and that was more than the limit. I think he should be heavily penalized, because you can't do that. That's very bad. I sensed the clip, and yeah, we move on into next race.
So how do you think you'll perform in Mexico? I mean, it's one of these difficult tracks with track limits as USA. So
I mean, I'm looking forward to the track. I mean, Sector 1, Sector 3, yes, good. Sector 2, I'm not looking for it, because you know I might be disqualified in that race.
Do you want me?
The ultimate corner cutter. Yeah, hopefully we get a good race.
Well, it will be your chance to retake your championship lead, as I think you've lost it today.
Hopefully.
Well, I think I don't have anything more to say. I mean, it was a very short race, but still short laps, but a lot to talk about in those 5 laps I think you raced. So thanks for your time, and well, next race will be better if you don't get disqualified.
Thanks,
Mr.
Man.
Ultimate
Thank
Corner
you for
Cutter.
The commentary.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it, and well, big thanks to you for inviting me. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, man.
Okay, we move into the next driver. That will be, I think, and our final driver as well will be Jaco. So I'll let you interview him. Hawk.
Yeah. So Jacko. I think if I remember correctly, you were one of the first retirements. So what exactly happened there with you? Because there was a lot of chaos in the opening stages of the race.
Yeah, I don't really know where to start really. Obviously, the news before, I found out about 10 minutes before. I'm still shocked about it now. It generally just feels like yesterday I was playing. I jumped on GTA with Ballboy, Mads and Steven. And obviously Ballboy, I think bringing me and Mads in at similar times back in 2017. I've literally known him alongside FRL for literally getting on 5 years now. 5 years. It's 2022. Crazy how quick time goes. Yeah, that was a difficult one, but I tried to give my best today. I wanted to get on the podium, and if I didn't get on the podium, I wanted Ballboy to, but unfortunately the game messed me over because I thought I had some front wing damage, so I pitted under VSC. And then as soon as I came out of the pits after the VSC, it ended straight away. So I was exceeding my delta, even though I didn't have time, because as soon as I came out the pits, it ended. I don't know if it was a glitch or it's happened before, but it's never happened before because it's never ended as soon as I've come out the pits. Then I got a drive through, and then I've just dropped it in the first part of the S sections because I was a bit annoyed about the drive through, which obviously shouldn't have counted. So I did ask for a restart because it was only lap 1 or lap 2, but that was just because I wanted to have a good race for Mads, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. Very disappointing that you didn't get to go too long in this race, but you have your chance again next week in Mexico, so with a little bit more luck, how do you think you'll be able to do there?
Yeah, hopefully I'm hoping to do a bit better. Might do a bit more practice. Yeah, I'm still a bit shocked about everything, but congrats on was it TVA what won football? Yeah, congrats to him for winning, and good job to everyone else as well. Good job to my teammate who got some good points as well today. It's been a tough second half of the season for me, considering halfway through I was leading the championship and now I'm a long way down. So yeah, I hope to finish the season strong and get a good result in Mexico.
Yeah, of course. Best of luck for next week. Condolences on what happened today, and yeah, see you again next week.
Yeah, I really appreciate your commentary, guys. I know it's a tough one for you guys as well, but yeah, we go again next week. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks. Well, I tried my best my first time on FRL, so I tried to do my best in commentating, and I appreciate that you liked it.
Yeah, you did well, mate. You did well. Shame you only commentated for my 2 laps, but hopefully next time it'll be more. I don't crash.
Anyways, I think with that our stream is done, so yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Again, we have the same minute of silence tomorrow for F1 and F2, obviously. Might have something special after the race as well, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, catch us again tomorrow 7 PM UK time for FIL, F1 and F2. Thank you for watching. I've been T-Hawk alongside David. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching.